Okay. So we're back and now we are going to do meeting feedback. Don't all jump at once. What do you want to do? No, she's on the, wait, maybe she'll get off the phone. I would rather sing happy birthday than anything. Oh, here, she's off the phone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shelley. Happy birthday to you. Yay. All right. Now we can do meeting feedback. Don't all rush at once.
And I know you have an opportunity to complete the survey that we'll send out, but this is just a quick chance.
Sarah's like, don't.
No,
Yeah,
you
exactly. Write it down.
There-
Just write it down, save it,
talk.
bury it deep in your heart. Don't talk about it again.
Just point out there's multiple avenues.
Anyone?
Come on now.
Use the, use the microphone.
I'd like to complain that he
Mary
doesn't
wants to
use
I
that.
would like to complain about the assault on my arteries that y'all put me through last night.
Really
I
was
had
delicious.
You
Three-
had the ability to say no, Kevin.
not with beef that tasty.
Yeah, it was.
I'm
Can
just a
I-
boy you can't say no. So
Can I concur with that also?
that was really very good.
Okay.
And I want to applaud whoever picked that place. It wouldn't ruin my day, well, my life, if I had the opportunity to get even more cholesterol.
I concur with Kevin, and can I say, can we, at this meeting, can we kill less cows? I mean, can we go vegetarian for one, one meal?
Anybody else? Brent.
I mean, the food was great, but I can't hear. And honestly, I would have just rather have had four, everyone at four tops, because I was sitting next to Hanada and across from me was Allison and then Nam. And that was, and it was hard to even hear that way. And the way the tables were set up, people that were in the middle. I mean, I felt bad for everyone in the middle table. My side of it, we had nobody behind us, but then, every time they were coming to cut and pour water or whatever, you're getting jabbed or hit someone in the butt or whatever. So I just think that, again, I love the food. The food was great, and being able to go and have the thing, but the execution, it's why I escorted Allison back to go walk Swift, because I wasn't going to stay and not be able to hear and try and scream across and be like, hey, how's it down there? So, I mean, if we're not going to be in our own room, like the Wild Ginger, and they just don't have it there, I'm sure. But if they don't have a room, then still say, fine, we need 36 spaces, but do it at, and I can't do math in my head, but do it at 12 four tops, so people can at least have a conversation in that is more conducive to their restaurant flow, to the server. I didn't drink. I just wanted a Diet Coke. It took 36 minutes and 2 asks, and the server was a real not nice person about it. Allison asked for a question about it, just asking a question about the martini espresso. And she gave a dismissive, I don't know. And she went and got it from the bar directly. So again, yes, food, excellent. It's that.
Was it good?
Yes.
Oh no. So the quality of the martini was bad? Sorry, I'm kidding.
So
I'm kidding.
simply just, I just want to think about, if it's not a room, if we don't have a room,
Right.
if there's not going to be room, then say, great. How is your restaurant set up normally for normal size parties? And then do it that way. So that way, groups of 4 or 6 can have a more meaningful table conversation. Because it was just so loud that I literally couldn't. I mean, again, Hanada is soft spoken and she's not here. I mean, the number of times I'd say, I'm sorry, what was that? Because
Yeah.
she's right here, but being turned. So that's my only feedback is
Okay.
the actual logistics.
But appreciate it, because actually these events are about connecting and communicating with each other, in a setting where we can hear each other. Yes, Tom.
So as most of y'all know, I don't like really fancy things, but if we really want a quiet place where we can actually talk and communicate, my vote would be we sit here and just order pizza and have it here.
All right. Does anyone want to say anything substantive about the meeting?
So
Yeah, is it really all about the Brazilian steak people? I think that it was very productive. Yes, go ahead, Allison.
I'll say that you ran a great meeting, Sunitha. You tried to keep everybody on time and I felt it was very well.
Thank you.
mannered.
I wasn't
So
fishing
good
for
job.
compliments, but I wanted some substantive feedback. Yes. Does anybody else have any Yes. Yes, please do.
Thanks. Well, I'd be remiss since that's the last, time, Brent, I just want to say thank you for all your service and I think we're all. Thank you, Brent.
I just want to follow up on that for one thing, because it's Dan. 5 years, long time to know somebody, and a lot of up and down. And fortunately, ending on an up. But again, if I had left 3 years ago, probably wouldn't have. So to people staying, and and this is one of the reasons why I pushed so hard for the team building retreat, which I know it's money and it's all fine. But the opportunity to get to know people beyond the policy debate discussions, the budget discussions, and it allows for the collegial work even among differing opinions. So, I am so grateful that we're not ending the way we were responding to each other 3 years ago. I mean, that was not a good look for either of us. And it's only when we started talking that we were able to find the fact that, again, I hate saying it, to disagree without being disagreeable, because it's not just about disagreeing, but it's having strongly held beliefs. So Dan, I thank you, and I thank you for your service. So I'm glad I'm glad we're ending this way, and again, we're connected on Facebook. We'll continue. We found out that we have a mutual person in his world in Yakima that I knew from his high school days, from my time with FBLA, and that's what you discover when you get to know people outside of this room.
Fantastic. There also is going to be, as everyone knows, a reception at Starbucks Roastery. It's NAPABA. NAPABA, for folks who don't know, is actually the largest bar association in the United States. Voluntary. It is the National Asian and Pan and Pacific American Bar Association. That's what I said. That is what I said. So in any event, everybody is welcome. And I went to speak at their opening reception. There were like 1,100 people there. It was amazing. There's 3,000 lawyers from across the country who are representing Asian lawyers. Yeah, it's bigger than the ABA. So hope you guys can make it at 7:00 to kind of schmooze and talk to, I'm sure there are going to be a lot of folks from Seattle there. I think it's important networking and connecting work. So, yes.
So I just wanted to direct this to outgoing Governor Williams-Ruth for a minute. And I have a chuckle about this. So the first thing I'm going to say is sometimes they come back in different ways. And I had that experience when, I think after a couple of years or whatever, here was Kyle, here was Rajiv. It's like, what are you doing? What's going on here? Of course, now I'm having that experience, but I think that's a part of the experience. So, I'm going to say farewell, but I would doubt that we won't see you again in some way, shape, form, or fashion because of the other things that you do regarding the bar, that I would suggest that there's going to be some time that you'll be coming back before us to present for some board, council, commission, committee, or section. So farewell.
Here, here. Jordan.
Reintroduction to this amazing city of Seattle. I brought donuts, and I will say for those going to the reception who have time to kill, I'm going to go home to my daughter for a little bit. But Foreign National is one of Seattle's best cocktail bars, which is about a block away from where the event is tonight, and a great place to kill time. If you want coffee that's not Starbucks to keep you up for the event, Victrola Coffee Roasters is probably second best coffee in all of Seattle, and is about a block away from there as well. If you want to get really weird with it, it's a cold day, but Salt and Straw has bizarre ice creams like a black pepper and cheddar cheese flavor made with Beecher's cheese that is incredible. Their big thing is they'll let you taste all like 50 flavors they have at a time while you're waiting in line to get your ice cream, and it is all delicious. So there are a couple things to do right around there to kill some time while you're waiting for this reception to start. I will be there. And if anyone goes to these places, I hope you enjoy them. There's lots of good stuff right there.
Thank you so much, Jordan. And everybody, we'll see each other, in January. If not, well, no, in January. Yeah, if not in 2 hours. Yeah, exactly. So I will hereby adjourn.